All right. Let's make sure everything is working because I have not done this in forever.
Hot minute.
Yeah, we'll wait a couple minutes for people to flood in.
Oaksy doksies.
All right.
Artichokes. Oh, I just got the notification.
All right, let's go. I think today will go well. I'm hoping.
Indeed. Indeedly.
Oh, I tabbed off. That's why you can't see us. These are the things we work through.
This is my first time streaming anyway, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a great way to start. I guess while we're waiting, we'll have conversation. Oh, excuse
I
me.
suppose so. We can do that. I know how to do that sometimes.
Sometimes, occasionally. It's not like this is kind of our job.
Yeah, yeah.
Bill Russell. When are we gonna have you on? I don't know. We might. We might not.
One day. One day.
Cha-ching! People like your profile picture. You know, he got it on eBay. If you didn't know.
I did actually. Actually, I got it on Discord technically, but
Well, we don't need to know. We don't need to know that. All right.
actually, I might have even gotten it on Google. I don't even know.
You got it
Yeah.
somewhere.
It was like back in I don't even know, like June or May, or maybe I think it was like May.
Yeah. God, it's been so
Been a while.
long since I've streamed that I just got a notification from Google saying that there was a security threat for logging into this account.
Oh, I've perpetually had a security. I don't know why. I just needed to like log in or verify it. But I
Yeah.
think since August, I've had a perpetual notification on my phone from Google that's just like an like alert, shrimp fried rice. Take action, do something. And I just haven't done anything because it every once in a while it reminds me like, oh, I should like be doing this.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a notification saying that the stream bitrate is too low, but I really don't care because it's a still image. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get some other people in here.
All right, all right.
Are you gonna post on the Instagram?
Uh, Probably not. I've gotta sign on. I've gotta sign in.
Oh yeah, that's
Not,
true.
oh my gosh. I don't know about you, but like earlier today when we had like a lot of lightning where I am here,
Yeah.
and our power didn't go out, but the internet definitely did disconnect.
Oh,
And it
you
just
are.
kind
Is that my headphones? Hold on, speak real quick.
I am speaking indeed.
There
That
we
is what
go.
I do.
Okay, because I don't know if it's my headphones or what, but your audio went quiet for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could be just something new. I mean, I just got this laptop like a minute ago.
Yeah.
I really needed it.
Yeah, we gotta get you a microphone.
Yes.
I might have a spare one I can give you. I'll see.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like I mean, I think I've mentioned it to you, but like my old laptop was literally like on the brink of
Yeah, like
existence.
with tape, right?
Yes, I had the battery on the bottom literally taped on because
Oh
it
my
was just falling
god.
off. And like the fan was broken, so every time I like turned on the computer, it would be
Mhm.
like, warning, like your computer's gonna explode. Like don't use it. And I'm like, whatever. I'll just take my
Whatever.
chances. I'll take my chances with this thing.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well, I think now is a good time to start.
I believe so.
Um. So let's start with where we've been before we start. You know, our whole fancy little introduction.
Mm. Mm.
Um. So we've been on an extended break.
On a
Uh.
hiatus.
Yeah, you could say that. Um. Where we have been so busy and
As
unable
per
to,
usual.
yeah, school and all that. We're finally on winter break.
It's
So
about
we had
time.
time. Yeah.
It seems like oh my gosh, school just seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, I'm happy though. Like the semester is basically done.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, it's
We've
great.
only got like how many, like 2 weeks or something like that, so the semester is technically over, but it's
Yeah,
basically
but
basically
like they're not really gonna assign us any work. Let's be real.
over.
Um, but yeah, we've just been on break for the most part. We finally have time where we're not being crammed with work, and
Yeah.
it feels great. It feels good.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
One of my friends had texted me like how have you been like during the break? What are you doing? And I said I've been doing absolutely nothing. And they're like, so then like what are you enjoying about break so far? And I was like, doing absolutely nothing.
it's so great. I'm.
It's
We
fantastic.
needed this. We needed this badly.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I think let's just get into it. Why not?
We turn on the cooker. Time to cook. Time to fry some rice.
Before we start, though, one last thing. I lied. To all you members in the chat, we will not be addressing you directly, purely because podcast. It's just supposed to be talking back and forth. But if we see any ideas that we think are worthy of talking about, we'll like bring it up. Say, hey, I saw in chat that this idea, and then we'll talk about it. So it'll be very. It's gonna be a very cut and dry schedule, and yeah, words.
Right, true. We have stuff on the agenda, but of course we will be influenced for certain.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Um, I say let's get started.
All
Hi,
right.
I'm Michael,
And I'm Mason, and this is shrimp fried rice.
and today we will be trying to discuss Minecraft, as it is now, and how it was back before when we all first started playing, because that's pretty relatable. And also some of the chat ideas, because we are live today.
Indeed,
Yeah,
it'll be a ride. It'll be a ride.
it will. This is our first time live.
This is my first
Uh,
time live ever. Michael's Michael's streamed
yeah,
before.
this is
He's
probably
a
my
veteran.
100th. This is my 100th.
Yep, he's
Um,
a true veteran to streaming. But
yeah. And Spotify listeners, we love you, but unfortunately, you cannot hear us live. Quite tragic.
it is. I'm so sorry, but even
Yeah.
more excuse to come over to YouTube so you guys can hear us.
Yeah, because YouTube is better, anyways, in my opinion. But anyways, let's kick it off with our Minecraft. So
Yep.
Mason, what do you think about Minecraft now? Like, what are your overall opinions on it?
I still really like Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think for some reason I've always been a very like associated with games and with people who love to play games, but I've
Yeah.
just never really been a video game person. I can't really explain it. I feel like I'm like the perfect type of person. Like if you just met me, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, he probably likes to play video games or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
no, I've just never really been into video games. But growing up, like the main one that like if I had to say what was my favorite video game, like what I played, it was almost certainly just Minecraft. Like I played Minecraft a lot growing up, and
Yeah.
now I don't play it as much, but it's still like just a staple. Like I it's one of the first games that comes to my mind.
Yeah. No, I just love Minecraft because the game physically, like on the surface, is so simple in terms like
Hmm.
graphics and all that, but the way the game is actually played and interactions between some parts of the game is like it's incredible. It's better than like some AAA games that are out from Sony,
Agreed.
Nintendo. Like it's an amazing deal cuz you get for $30 you can get like eternal fun.
Basically, yeah. I mean, there's so many things you can do. I mean, that's why they call it a sandbox for certain.
Yeah, exactly. But like it's not like it's not like those games where like it's just a sandbox. Like you can just
Yeah,
build or do whatever. You can
yeah,
do like a genuine sandbox. You can do a survival playthrough. You can
yeah.
create games inside of Minecraft. It's
And of course,
incredible.
and that's just like without mods and everything. Like
Yeah.
you add on all the extra stuff, and it's just a whole nother world of like what you can do, your ability.
Yeah, and like where Minecraft has come from back like I don't even remember, was it 2010 that was released? I don't remember.
I have no clue.
Somewhere around there, give or take a year or two. And like we've come from just like hitting trees to walking around with like Steves flailing their arms around everywhere to
Hitting the
com-
ground and saying oof.
yeah, to complex bosses, redstone systems, which basically is like electrical engineering. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
Like incredible builds, like houses, like cities, anything.
absolutely.
Um,
And I mean, I don't know, like I feel like people definitely tend to fall into some sort of like category in Minecraft. Like, would you classify
oh yeah.
yourself as more like a builder or like I don't know, PvP or something along those lines?
I mean, I'm like the resource gatherer. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing on a server right now with a group. I'm sure a member or two is in here as we
Yep.
speak. Um, but like I am the resource man. I've gone mining. I've gotten tons
Yeah.
of diamonds, tons of redstone. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I like
Yeah, I
caving.
think yeah, I know when I first started playing Minecraft, going back to some I guess of then.
Hmm.
When I first started playing Minecraft, I played a lot with my dad because that was just the first person that like I don't know, I guess introduced me. Like I guess he bought the game for me, and he had liked Minecraft
Yeah.
before I really got into it at all, and I got into it with my friends. So I played a lot with him, and like that was his thing. He liked just caving and stuff, and I always just did whatever I wanted to, I guess. But
Yeah, like I I've always had a huge interest in redstone and like kind of block interactions as a whole or just how certain things would interact with each other and create something, which is
mm,
why like I love the idea of making automated farms or like at least something to do with redstone cuz I love when something like in a game has a moving part that you created. I think
mm,
that's a lot of fun. Like they really and redstone is really good for like sparking creativity cuz if you haven't seen some of those mumbo jumbo level redstone builds, like you're missing out. They're incredible, mind-bogglingly incredible.
yeah, and I mean I can't even do basic stuff with redstone, so it's just absolutely insane for me.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. Like how simple of a game Minecraft is, but with like such complex like bones to it.
Yeah, there's so much.
It's
There's
insane.
just it's so crazy just to imagine. I'm like just they really coded a whole nother way to basically code into the game. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I and like, and yeah, command blocks. I guess I think is what you're kind of hinting at there.
Yeah, that I mean, and Redstone as a whole as well. It's like because Redstone is kind of like the building
Oh
blocks of
yeah.
a lot of
Mm-hmm.
machines and stuff for
Yeah,
Minecraft, like automated farms and just farms in general.
yeah. Like I've seen calculators, straight up computers, and with
Yeah.
mods, like of course with mods, there's like external code that goes into it. But
Hmm.
Redstone can still play a part of it. There's like new Redstone parts members of the community have
Yeah.
created. It's like the create mod, for example. If any of you know what that is,
Mm.
it's like
Well,
machinery,
well,
industrial.
and of course it's also just kind of incredible because sure there's been updates and stuff to Redstone, but like
Mm-hmm.
still to this day people are finding out new ways to like use it and build new things, and it's like this game has been out for forever, and with even with all of the small little advancements, just that the Mike Mojang has given it, like people are
Mm-hmm.
still inventing ways to use it, which I think is really cool.
You're like, it quite literally embodies the phrase, excuse me, of, excuse me, of learn something new every day. Because that's quite literally what is happening to it.
Yeah,
I think it's
it's,
just so
it's
cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I think we have to talk about our now. I think as we've gotten older,
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft still definitely has a place in my heart. but
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
it just does like a resurgence and then dies out really quickly. For in my experience, like all of a sudden one person will just have a nostalgia trip and say like, "Hey guys," like to their friend group, to our friend group at least, be like, "Hey
Hmm.
guys, you want to play Minecraft?" And then we're like, "Yeah, that'll be really fun," and we just start playing for like a good 2 weeks, and then it just starts fizzling out again.
Yeah,
But
and like the 2 week Minecraft phase has just been coined as an official term because it's true.
yeah, it happens and it's fun. Like even though it dies at some point, you know it's probably gonna happen again, and it's fun. It's a nice 2 week like thing.
Yeah, like it's a nice little cycle that
Yeah,
event like it's been 6 months I think since the last time I played Minecraft before this recent session. It feels
yeah.
good to be back.
Well,
Like I missed all of it. I missed my little resource gathering, my little blocks, my little huts that I build to survive the
I know
mobs.
it's great. And I think like when I was getting into Minecraft as well, it was when I started getting into Pokemon as well. So Pixelmon
Yeah.
was like a huge driving force for me
Yeah.
for Minecraft. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
I
know
mean,
we've led some before.
Minecraft mods make it so much more fun because there's a mod for everything. You think of
Yeah,
it, there's probably a mod for it. And like Pixelmon, I'm the biggest Pokemon nerd that I've ever met. I'm gonna go out
yeah,
there and
that
say
is
it
true.
right now.
Actually,
Um,
the
yeah.
only person I can think of that's more of a Pokemon nerd than you, Michael, is my chemistry teacher. But
Oh yeah, no, that's true. I've been introduced to him. I think he's a great guy. I would love to befriend him.
yeah, he's cool, but his knowledge of Pokemon is
It's
somewhat intimidating.
incredible. I want to challenge him one day. I
Yeah.
think that could be fun.
Hey, I mean, Michael, Pixelmon is the was the way that the Kane Society started.
That is
I just
true.
I just remembered that. It's been a while. I even
No,
made a reference to that.
I love sugarcane in real life and in Minecraft.
Real life and in Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to start the Pokemon Club with him. I think that could be fun.
I mean, I'm sure he would absolutely be down to do
Yeah,
that.
because I doubt anyone else in the school has the same undying love for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've definitely like over the past couple years just thought like, hey, I want to start a club. And I just haven't like mustered up the, not really courage, I guess, but like willingness to do it.
Motivation.
Yeah, the motivation to go
Yeah.
ahead and to start one, but
Hmm.
I've definitely thought about it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Um. Uh. We got derailed from Minecraft, didn't we?
Just a little bit. I
I
mean,
mean,
now we're just
yeah,
Pokemon.
that's the point. But yeah, with Minecraft now, for me at least, I generally my enjoyment of Minecraft is strong enough to where I'm able to break out of the 2 week phase. Generally, I can keep it going for like a month or longer,
Yeah.
as long as other people are active and like as long as you're trying to build new things, explore new places, and just find new ways to have fun.
Hmm.
You can easily break out of the 2 week phase, but it all relies on other people. It relies on sometimes mods, modifying the game a little bit to make it fun.
Hmm.
And it's the little things, I think, with Minecraft. The little
Yeah.
things that make you happy.
I think maybe it's because I've just always been a little bit more of a solitary person, but
Hmm.
I really don't have any problem with single player. Like,
Yeah.
and growing up as like an only child, especially. But like, yeah, every once in a while, probably a good maybe like 4 or 5 times a year at this point, I would just say like, "Hey, I want to play some Minecraft," and I'll just open up Minecraft and start playing, and just
Yeah.
like make a single world, like single player world. I don't even like tend to like beat the game, just go for it.
Yeah, like
Just like,
I.
right.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Um. Yeah, like I see where you're coming from with like the solitary thing. I honestly cannot stand playing alone. I like to have someone there with me.
Yeah.
At least one other person, because it makes it so much more fun. It makes it that much better to
Mm-hmm.
have like someone to share everything with you to enjoy it. And so like you're not stuck staring at like the same base and the same things. You have another person to like help change things up, help create their own home and make things more visually appealing.
Or like start a feud or a war
Yeah,
or a
or a
rivalry.
war. I remember a war server that I was a part of. You might have been part of it. I don't remember.
I was not a part of it, but I was around and I heard about it, and it was fun to hear about it.
Yeah. Um. I'm that server was fun. Like I remember actually genuinely being on the run at some point, like hiding, genuinely hiding in the game to
I
escape
mean,
war.
just from that, there's like actual real life consequences. I feel like
Yeah, like
some people like there was like some real animosity between people after that.
I mean, I don't think it lasted long because like the energy
No.
was there, but it never lasted. It was very immersive.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that part. Like with Minecraft, with the right people and the right things going on, it almost feels real. It's so much
Yeah.
fun. I remember the first server that I was a part of that was successful. I had like 3 different friend groups in there.
Wow.
um, and it was fun. It was so much fun to just like, because we all had this little village that we were a part of,
Mm-hmm.
um, where we just kind of hung out, did whatever, and we would build there. We had like a little mayor of the town, a little community board. It was just
Nice.
like
Yeah.
a nice little. It was a town, like it was a little functioning town. It was nice. It was fun.
I mean, Michael, I pretty much have to attribute like everything that like why I'm here right now to Minecraft actually, because I don't know if you remember this, but like the first like DMs that we ever had between you and I, and like me getting involved in our friend group right now
Yeah.
was because you were starting like that one Pixelmon server, and I was like, "Hey, Michael, it'd be really fun if I joined that," because we weren't like the bestest of friends. We were just kind of associates at that point. I
Yeah.
feel like,
I think that really kicked it off though.
yeah, because I remember very distinctly, you like the first thing like you asked me was like, "Do you know anything about Pokemon?" And I was like, "Oh boy, do I know anything about Pokemon."
Yeah. I think I remember giving you like a little quiz. It was like 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you answered everything perfectly, I was like, yeah, this is the guy.
Yep. Yep. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was great. It kicked off
I miss that.
life.
I miss that server so much.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go look at my main channel, which is currently where we're streaming, to you members of the chat,
Mm-hmm.
if you go back far enough, you'll see something from the Encounter SMP. That was the little series. It never really went far. It died after about a month or two, and I never really had the willpower to record it because it took so long.
And the funny thing is, I know we continued playing on that for like at least like a couple more days after we
Yeah,
stopped recording stuff. We definitely played on it a little bit more.
like
Some people played on it more than others, but that
yeah,
like
I think
yeah,
you and me were the 2 top members.
that's probably accurate.
Yeah. Like it lasted like a month. The recordings lasted like 2 weeks, and then we played for a month. I,
Yeah.
I miss it so much. I had a nice little home on the lake.
Yeah, it was great. In fact,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that was the server that like we have like a main GC. Like at least all of the people from our middle school all have
Yeah.
a very like centralized GC there.
Hmm.
And I very distinctly could remember when I was added to the GC was on New Year's Eve at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that. You were there to
because we
celebrate.
were yeah, because we were playing Pixelmon. I was playing Pixelmon, and you like left the call to go like deliberate for a minute, and then came back. And I was farming potatoes, and you were like, "Hey Mason, you want to join like a group chat?" And I was
Yeah.
like, Sure." And because my first message was like on New Year's Day because I was added like 30 minutes before the New Year.
Yeah. And that's it's good to have little memories like that. I think it's
Yeah,
nice. It's really nice.
I feel like I do you still have that server? I don't
Which
even know.
server?
Like the actual Minecraft server for that, like the Pixelmon, like the Encounter.
Gosh. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it got auto deleted from like 2
Yeah,
months of
I wouldn't be
inactivity.
surprised. That's what I was thinking. But because I remember like a pretty good amount of like how it looked and everything, but I was just pondering.
Yeah, that was back when I actually had the mods working for the like plenty of
Yeah.
biomes. I had to find
Oh
something
yeah.
else.
Well, and I feel like now, oh, I'm so happy that Pixelmon got updated to like 1.0
1.16.
yeah, or whatever it is now, 16,
Yeah.
like 1.16, because the swimming was so bad.
It was miserable. Oh gosh. Yeah. You know, I did see a message that I think is interesting. Vacation spots. I think would be
Mhm.
worthy talking about because let's be real, we've milked Minecraft and Pixelmon by
Yeah,
extension.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I think you should start, Michael.
yeah,
Where would you
uh,
like to vacation to?
yeah. Well, I've honestly, my family has never really been much of a vacation family. We really like staying in
Mhm.
town. Um, but the few times we have gone on vacation, like we've gone, I went to New York once for family, never going back. Oh, it was
Oh boy,
hell. It was hell.
oh boy.
um,
That'll be a
but
conversation for another day, I guess.
yeah, I have some stories. Um, but North Carolina is like the other place I went to.
Yeah, I've got cousins in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I go often.
Um, and then in my state, I've gone to the beach, but that's really it.
Yeah.
But um, like North Carolina is memorable for me because the Outer Banks is fun. They have great candy shops there.
I've never been to the Outer Banks because my family
Really?
just lives like my family. It's a very very common like place that I know like a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
go to, at
Yeah.
least like that I know of. But my family in North Carolina lives like in the mountains, more or
Okay,
less, like
gotcha.
in a very like small kind of city in the mountains. So like I have a completely different experience on North Carolina that I think a lot of people normally do. At least like people who vacation there.
Yeah. But one like I know there's a big popular spot in what's it called? South Carolina. Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I've got cousins there too.
Really? You have
Yeah,
family
actually,
everywhere.
I legitimately don't even actually have like much of family in other places. I think it's most I somehow you just picked the two locations that I have family living in.
Yeah, I have family all over the country. I think I have some in Florida. I know there's still some up in New York.
Yeah.
Some of them moved to California from New York, which, like, why? One bad state to another. Come on.
I mean, I can list like because my family only lives in like a couple other places
Yeah.
in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Iowa, and then
Iowa. Ooh.
I've got one straggler, one like cousin that is actually like a pretty big person in my family, but I've just never met because it's my grandmother's uh niece, so not like my second cousin, and she lives in in like British Columbia in Canada, and I've never met her before, but
Oh.
and obviously she lives
Okay.
in Canada, so it's a bit harder to like get there.
Yeah, that's, kind of high up there.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, honestly, like, the family that I have in basically the three main corners of the U.S., I don't
yeah,
get why they, like, where I am right now, where we are, I guess.
and you,
Um, like, why would I want to leave? This place is, like, where we live is pretty great, I like to
yeah,
think. It's a nice little chill place.
everything
Um,
except for the weather, which is the most
yeah,
unpredictable thing in the world. But
yeah, because, like, it'll rain for days, or it just won't rain at all. And it snowed
yeah,
once recently, but
it was just like a dusting, and it didn't stick, which is kind of
yeah.
annoying. Well, it didn't
I
like
mean,
stick.
it's stuck on the grass, but not really the road.
Yeah,
And
not
it
enough to like
melted
get
too
you out of
quick.
it school
Yeah, it
or
was
like
really thin.
yeah.
Um,
Well, and then speaking of like cold places, actually, I think as it literally anybody that knows me would guess, if they wanted to know where I would travel to if I was given the opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
Poland. Obviously,
Poland.
I love Poland.
Uh, yeah.
We don't need to go in. We don't need to go into Poland right now.
Yeah, that
Anybody
we'll
just
save that for
knows
a different episode. That can be
that,
that can be
that
a
could be
peas
a
and
whole thing
carrots.
episode.
That's a peas and
Yeah,
carrots.
yeah. Because
um,
I just
hmm,
really love Poland. But besides
yeah,
that, that's where I would go. Um, Weirdly, I feel like in my family, my dad does not like to travel really at all.
yeah.
Um, but he's kind of justified in it. Like he's had problems with his ears since he was a really young kid. So any like pressure changing really hurts his ears and then gives him like a
Ooh,
lot of like head pain.
yeah, yeah,
So going up in planes is like excruciating pain. So
yeah. I get that.
he doesn't like to travel that much, which is pretty understandable. Like whenever we travel, like if we can, we drive, like so that there's not a lot of change. But my mom, on the
Hmm.
other hand, really likes to travel. Um, so it's kind of uh, two sides of the end there, because
Hmm.
and we don't have that like that much money in my family, so usually I I feel like I've just kind of lived on in the very like middle class, but like lower middle class, and then all of like the money just goes towards like some sort of travel, and usually it's my like uh my one set of grandparents that just really likes to travel and does have a lot of money that kind of doesn't share a lot of the money. Um, I mean, I'm not gonna not gonna say anything mean. I don't really have that much mean stuff to say, but like, yeah. Um,
You're on live TV here.
yeah, I can't expose anything. No, but we definitely like went on enough stuff there. Like, and probably one of my favorite memories going on any sort of travel was to Russia, which wasn't
Ooh.
even actually with my grandparents. That was just with my mom and me
Oh.
when I was younger. I just
Yeah.
thought about it. But Russia is like a really special place for vacationing, in my opinion, just because it's like who gets to say that they've been to Russia, especially right now.
Yeah, like with the stuff going on, we shouldn't go into that. That's you
No.
know.
I was like, nobody in the U.S. that I know is gonna go back to Russia anytime soon. So I'm happy that I
Hmm.
got.
Yeah. Stuff's happening.
That's it's true. It's true. But
Uh,
I
yeah,
see
but
someone else said to talk about cheese. I
cheese.
like
Oh,
cheese a
cheese.
lot. Cheese is probably one of my favorite things in the world.
I think it's okay.
I
Um,
We always have cheese in my house.
yeah.
Always.
I mean, we have honestly like I like cheese, but I cannot stomach too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like for lunch, like when I during school, I don't buy lunch. I cannot stomach the school food. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll have like a deli sandwich, like cheese, some kind of meat, usually turkey or ham.
Yeah.
Um, and you know, the cheese, the only cheese I think I could really stomach, like after
Like a
being
lot
in
of.
my lunchbox for like 5 hours without real refrigeration, is
Yeah.
like some kind of like that fancy Gouda cheese or some Gruyere.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the only kinds I can really stomach without like eating half of the sandwich, thinking it's like because the cheese just doesn't taste
Mm-hmm.
right, and then I like pick it off.
I just love every single type of cheese, quite
Yeah,
frankly.
I
I
like a
don't,
lot of cheese.
except for I only have one memory of like not really liking cheese, and it wasn't, and it's only like half my memory because I just find it really funny. And I
Hmm.
tried it as well. Was we went to we went to the deli um at like a store. My mom, dad, and I, and my mom had ordered a salad, and
Yeah.
they were supposed to put like like some like a caprese kind of salad they'll put like mozzarella stuff on it like the like a cube of mozzarella.
Oh yeah, like
Like,
fresh mozzarella. Yeah.
yeah, like small like cubes or like small
Hmm.
like bits of mozzarella in it.
Yeah.
So that was the goal, I would say. But for some reason, instead of mozzarella, they decided to, like, I guess accidentally use cubes of Parmesan cheese.
Oh,
And
oh God.
Parmesan is great on like pizza, it
Yeah.
is not very good as just a cube in a salad.
It feels dry.
Yeah, and we were not expecting it either. So that was fun. It was fun.
Oh gosh. That's horrible. Like Parmesan, like when you have fresh Parmesan and you like shred it so you can sprinkle it on something, like sure, or melt it. Sure, it becomes great.
Yeah.
But you know, when you cut it into a cube and just plop it onto a plate, you know, I
Yeah.
actually had a piece last night. I was at a party.
Mm,
I had a piece of just like a cube of Parmesan. I just felt it
yeah.
crumble and dry out my mouth.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
tasted great, but my mouth did not recover for 5 minutes.
And I'll have to tell you like what the deli is because you'll find it amusing. But
All right.
it was how am I forgetting? Oh, it was Wegmans was where we got it from.
It was a Wegmans, really.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
was like,
kind of funny.
I know you'll find that amusing because I mean we've had experiences at Wegmans. So.
Yeah, we have the Last Supper and all that.
Exactly, the Last Supper.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
You know. I was actually just talking about the Last Supper, not yesterday, but like the day before. Um, just randomly.
The fact that it just randomly comes up in conversation is hilarious.
Well, it was because, and I can give it a shout out because it was pretty good. I don't know. You will never be able to see it if you're just listening and you don't know us. But
Yeah,
one of my friends drew a parody of the Last Supper called The Last Clucker, and it was just a bunch of like the whole Last Supper, but everybody was a bird, like some sort of bird. Like Jesus was a blue jay, so it was like Jesus. It was
that's kind
great.
of funny.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh man, but cheese is you know, shockingly an interesting topic. There's I love a lot of like the fancier cheeses like Gouda, Gruyere,
Mm,
Munster, and then some of the cheaper cheeses like American, Colby Jack, not Swiss. We don't like Swiss in this household. Um,
really
I hate Swiss. I can't stand it. Provolone is
interesting.
okay, but like
I feel pretty indifferent on Swiss. Pretty
yeah.
indifferent.
I can't stomach unless you have like roast beef paired with it and the Swiss is very like light and thin. I
Hmm.
cannot stomach Swiss. I hate it.
That's
Uh
very interesting.
yeah. One cheese that I like have never tried. Well, I've tried a little bit and I really didn't like it. But I haven't really had enough of it to really say I hate it. Is brie.
Mm. Oh, Brie. Yeah, Brie's pretty good. I like the name. I don't know why. I think it's
Yeah.
a funny name to name a cheese.
Yeah, cuz
I
like
guess.
brie can be someone's like nickname, like short for Brianna.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like if I had a friend named Brie and I
Mm.
had brie cheese, I would eat in front of them, and I would tell them that
Yeah.
I'm eating them.
It's
That
always
was
it's
a
always
weird
the
short thing. Anyways,
it's always the French. It's always the French naming the
yeah,
cheeses. I guess.
yeah,
Brie. I think is Gouda French. Gouda sounds like it would be French. I'm not sure.
Gouda.
Like
Maybe
Gouda sounds like it could be like French or like German or something like that. I don't know.
it's
Maybe
definitely not
Swiss.
American.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'm not sure. Well, I'll do some
I'm
research.
sorry to people, but I'm not a cheese
Yeah,
connoisseur.
believe it or not, we do not dabble in the field of professional cheesing.
Yeah, no. But you know what? Like any kind of cheese corporation, I don't know, Sargento or something like that. If you want to
Mhm.
sponsor us, that'd be absolutely
Hey,
fantastic.
we will talk for hours about how we love cheese, and specifically
Yes,
yours. We also like
that
money,
is
so
quite true.
load us up on cheese and money. We'll do a taste test for you.
I think like half of my lunch at school every day is just some sort of cheese, like in some sort of form. Like I
Yeah,
have Cheez-Its and like
Cheez-Its, yeah.
and then like also cheese as well. Um, I just consume a lot of cheese on a average a day. I feel like
Yeah.
more
Like
than I really think about.
on the days where I don't have like a sandwich, because either we ran out or I wanted variety, I would just bring
Mm-hmm.
like those little wheat thin crackers and then cubes of like some kind of white cheddar or something like that, some kind
Yeah.
of whiter cheese. And then I would just have like little cheese and crackers.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I would know some because we have lunch basically every other day. So
we
I get
do.
to see some of the cheeses, some of
You
the
get to see
assortment.
every day. I go to my other center or my center. Just
He's really got two schools. He's
yeah,
just that cool.
we do a lunch haul. Like anyone who packs their lunch, we do a lunch haul, and
A
we
lunch
kind of
hall?
just go over what everyone has. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
We like to rank. Um, I see a
Someone's
couple of
just said
topics.
an opinion. Someone's just said to have an opinion on milk. Before we go into any other topic, I would just like to address this because nobody's gonna know who said this, but the person who said this is obsessed with milk, and they need to stop.
Ah,
They drink
well,
they drink milk. They drink milk with pizza. That's a crime. That
oh,
is a
you're
crime.
kidding. See, like drinking milk, like I'll let you live if you I'll let you live it down if you just drink like a glass here and there, like at most
Yeah, yeah.
like 2 times a day. It gets to be an issue
That that's even a bit much for me.
when you drink more than that, or when you drink it with a non breakfast food.
Yeah, pizza and milk. That is unacceptable.
I and like I don't like milk. I really do not like it. It tastes horrible. It leaves a bad
Yeah,
taste
I'm
in
not
my
a big
mouth.
fan.
I hate milk. I haven't had like straight milk or chocolate milk for that. I have had hot
Oh my
chocolate, but
god,
I haven't had cold chocolate milk and
the milk,
just
the milk
straight
machines,
up
Michael.
milk. Oh god, don't even we'll get to those in a second. I cannot stand milk. I don't like the taste. Now when it's turned into cheese or like ice cream or yogurt, sure, I like that cuz it's not just plain milk. And hot chocolate,
Mhm.
it's heated chocolate with milk. That's fine. I can do that. But
Yeah,
milk, like plain milk, no, I can't. It's
I feel like
disgusting.
the worst. I know. I feel like I've heard people say that they like this, but like my worst, like the worst part about milk for me is like when you drink it and it just like coats your mouth. Like I just can't stand that.
I no.
It's just.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, the milk machines, like I said, that I think the milk machines is truly why we stopped shrimp fried rice. It was all because of the milk machines. No, no. Our school introduced these machines that with milk that I think have really put me off of it even more because it's
Yeah.
like two things that really should not go together in a sentence, but in my opinion, it might as well be an oxymoron here. It's metallic milk. That's not a.
God.
But the milk
like
at our school tastes metallic.
I've had a few firsthand testimonies that the milk is just straight up disgusting.
It tastes like plastic. Like it's not good. I tried a couple sips of it one time. Yeah, I shouldn't have.
Yeah, it just seems like it cannot be sanitary and it cannot be safe. You're keeping
Yeah,
milk in bags in a cabinet that is allegedly refrigerated to 38 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're telling
mm,
me that like do they even like clean it?
I don't know. I don't think I want to know
Yeah, like
because I feel like
honest,
I'd be scared of the answer.
I would just like I just want to keep thinking that they clean it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I think that's
hoping.
safe. That's what I think I'm gonna continue doing too.
Yeah, we've talked too much about milk. I see
Yeah.
a topic. Um, let's hop off the food train for now and like
hmm
consumables. Let's talk about something we're excited for or something that we want to happen in 2024. I'll let you start.
We are approaching 2024. I guess
We
that is
are.
so
It's
crazy.
hard to believe.
What do I want to happen in 2024? I don't know. I'm a very indecisive person, so this is kind of hard to
Fair enough.
think about.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know
while
you
you
go
do
first.
that,
I'll think
yeah,
I'll come
I'll
back.
go. Um. So I mean, these are just some personal like goals of mine. I definitely want to start hitting the gym more.
All right.
I would
Yeah.
love to have big swole tree trunks for arms. I think that'd be fun. I think getting in shape is just a big priority of mine. Um, Another thing is I want to do more. Because, like, you know, there's some kids who will just show up to school, do whatever they need to, the bare minimum, and then go home.
Yeah.
These first 2 years of high school, that's basically what I did, and I regret it. I've kind of expanded my horizons this year, and I'm enjoying it so much more. Like, life is a lot more fun. I've met a ton of
Yeah.
great people. I hang out with a lot of them, and
Oh, yeah, a lot. I feel like at the beginning of the year, like I didn't realize just how like solitary you were before now. Like you're doing so much stuff, it's crazy. Like
yeah,
good
like
for you.
I'm honestly shocked. Now you still won't be able to get me to do a sport because it's not for me. But
I
like,
never thought I was gonna be the type of I'm not
yeah,
you never thought I was gonna be doing it, but I ended up doing it. It was kind of surprising,
yeah,
kind of
like
crazy.
every club that they offer at my tech center, I have applied to, and I've gotten into two of
Mm.
them so far, and I'm pending acceptance on the third one. I've joined
If
as
they're
many
watching
like
this, if they're watching this, accept him, accept Michael right now. You have to do it.
I'm joining a lot of clubs. I'm trying new things, meeting new people. My main goal for 2024 is to get
Mm.
out there. Is to meet more
Yeah,
people, do more things, and just enjoy life as much as I can.
it's a nice goal. Nice, nice.
And
I
also I
say,
just want to keep my grades up.
of course, as always.
Yeah, prepping for the worst in college. Engineering major is gonna suck.
Hmm. Um, I don't know. I guess for me, I don't really have that many like big aspirations or goals. I don't. I've never really been like a huge like. Oh, I really have like this major goal. Or if I do, it's like one really big thing that like it's gonna take a while to get to. Like it's not gonna be like a in a year kind of thing.
President of
Um,
Poland.
no. I have looked into Polish citizenship though, but
Oh
that's
my
that's that's
god.
the ways that's the ways out.
I
Um,
believe in you.
uh, I guess I don't know. Get good at get better at GeoGuessr. I don't know.
Oh my
I
you're
know.
such
I
a
know.
nerd.
Actually, you know what? I do. I am on a mission to complete all of the maps on Satera, the geography website. I still haven't finished the 400 administrative districts of Germany yet, but I'm
Oh
working on it.
my
I've got all of them.
gosh.
I've got all of them memorized right now. I just have to like put it together. Um, that it's gonna be fun. I don't know. I've
Hey,
got a
good
lot of like
luck.
academic goals. I think I've got a lot of academic goals.
I'm rooting for you.
Hmm. I gotta get on the grind of things.
Yeah. You know,
I feel like
today
I'm already on the grind, but I really gotta like step it up.
you are like honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now, in front of the world. I honestly
Oh.
consider you to be one of the most intelligent people I know. Purely, like, I don't know how you do it. How do you do it?
Thank you, thank you. I guess.
What is your secret? How do you be you?
I don't know. Just like I think the main things that I attribute to like learning or like to intelligence for me at least was I mean it's partly just because I was an only child, but I grew up a lot with adults and
Mm-hmm.
all basically everybody in my family is a teacher, and I never asked for help with
Oh,
anything, but nobody and I never like willingly like went to people to say like, hey, why does this happen or something like that.
yeah.
Um, but nobody in my family or around me like talked down to me was most of it. So I was like basically just expected to talk up to people. So it meant I had to like learn a lot, or like I had to like be very intelligent. It was part of the reason I like to learn, I think. Um, and the main thing that I think I always like tried to do as a kid was memory. I just
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to have a really good memory as a kid. Like I would literally sit in front of like sit at our table and just shuffle a deck of cards and just try and memorize all of them to like build my memory.
So you did a lot of like, quite literally a lot of practice with your brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And of course a lot of it was just like wanting to. Like in fourth grade, I just wanted to memorize the first 100 digits of pi. or I
Oh
just
my
wanted to
god.
memorize all of the periodic table, so I just went for it. But I don't know. Like I just always done a lot of like memory and like stuff like that, I guess.
That's not all right. I'm taking notes.
I was taking notes. I know
Yeah.
the one thing that I kind of forgot, like I don't know why it was such like a like a prime thing. Now that I've been reminded of it, it was such a prime thing when I was younger that I completely forgot about until like probably the beginning of this year that my dad reminded me of was that like when I was younger, I the one thing that I like really excelled at for no real reason was mazes. I was really good at mazes as a kid.
Hmm.
Don't know
Did you do
why.
the
I was like
cereal
really good
box
at mazes.
mazes?
No, not even like cereal box mazes. Like my dad would like get me like a book of like 200 mazes, and I'd be done in like a day or two, like of all of them.
Wow.
Like I just really like mazes as a kid. I can't really explain it.
Hey, I
And
mean,
dinosaurs. I was
that's a
a
good
dinosaur
thing.
kid.
Oh, I mean, let's be real. Everyone had a dinosaur phase for at least a week.
Yeah, I don't think you're in our Dungeons and Dragons. Like I guess you're in our Dungeons and
I
Dragons like
used to be. I kind
thing,
of dropped it. I Dungeons and Dragons
but
is not for me. I cannot stand there for
yeah.
3 hours doing nothing.
Well, in any case, like I mean, I was not even going into Dungeons and Dragons. I remember I posted a photo. It's actually like right next to me right now. I could grab it, but I've got like a 500 page like encyclopedia of like all dinosaurs, and I had like
Really,
all of them memorized. Like as like a 6 year old, I had like I could name like all of them basically.
that's insane. I mean,
I don't
honestly,
remember like any of them now though.
I can't be talking because like like we're going back to the Pokemon thing real quick. I think you know
I
where
was
I'm
gonna
going
bring
with
that
this.
up actually.
Yeah, I have two separate handbooks covering about 700 to 800 or so Pokemon and like their
Yeah.
Pokedex entries. I like to think I'm a walking Pokedex because I can describe. Like if you show me a Pokemon, I can tell you its name. You tell me the name, I can physically describe it. I can tell you its
Yeah.
typing, what to use against it, some of the moves it could learn. The only thing I
Hmm.
can't do is like an actual like Pokedex description of it, and also their
Yeah.
like number stats.
Yeah.
But
But
other
like
than
in
that, like
general, like and I
yeah,
feel like not even just like Pokemon in general, because like I've talked about Pokemon too. You just know a lot about like the games itself.
yeah.
Like if I feel like if I need to like figure something out, like how do I evolve this thing? Because you know some of them have like special evolutions
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
I
like
can
that.
also tell you
That's just something
those.
like you're the person that I'd go to. Like if I needed to like know
Yeah,
something about Pokemon like on the spot that was just about the game in general, like you're the person I'd have to go to. I think.
yeah. Like I think a good chunk of my brain, maybe a quarter of it, is just
Yeah.
dedicated to keeping Pokemon cycling through it 24/7.
Absolutely. I think, and you know the funny thing is, I think a lot of people tend to find it surprising about me at least, since I like value like intelligence a lot and I like memory and stuff and all that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually really like I'm not good at chess. I really suck at chess.
Really,
And and
this
the
is
other thing
news.
that like is kind of surprising is I'm not really a big fan of reading at all. I don't really like. That's another one where I feel like I should really like reading, and I like the stories and stuff. I've just not been a reading person ever, really.
You could not get me on a book
Well, I have phases, but
unless you hadn't like unless it's a genuinely like interesting book. You could not get me on a book.
yeah, someone brought up IXL. That's a bit of a. I guess that's another one of those things. I finished all of calculus on IXL, and then all of kindergarten and pre-K, first grade and second grade.
You went back. You went back to finish what you didn't do before.
Then the school got rid of our IXL subscription, so I had to
That's
stop.
that's a shame. You know, as
I think I had like over 100 hours on IXL.
you are
Equal.
insane. You are a
It was
crazy person.
it was bad. It was bad.
You know,
I didn't even
as
like IXL.
oh my God. As a person who
I think even
go ahead.
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, you go.
Um, as a person who has recently like officially graduated Calculus 1, I
Yeah.
can say I really like math again.
Yeah.
I
I
understand
love
it.
calculus.
I understand how everything works now. I have used calculus in Minecraft.
Crazy.
I have optimized area. This isn't really something. I mean I use the area formula, basic geometry, Pythagorean theorem. I've just used like
Good enough.
math to actually do stuff. Not even just building, but just to do stuff. It's fun.
Crazy. I feel like you're probably the person that I think I know that has been like the has had the most like transformation in math. As in, like,
Yeah.
it's not to say that you didn't like math before, because you definitely liked math before. But you're definitely the person that I know that I think has gone from like, like this is it's math, I like it, to like, oh my gosh, this is math. Like I
Yeah.
really like math. This is cool. This is epic. I love it.
Yeah, like
Which is I think is nice. It's cool.
now calculus 2 is really going to rock the boat next semester, but we're not
Yeah.
there yet. I get to relax for the next like 3 weeks. um
Yeah.
but
Take your break.
yeah, the moment like the moment geometry ended back in middle school, like I ended with a C plus. That is the lowest grade
Really?
I have ever gotten.
I did not
And
know. This is news to
yeah,
me.
no. Algebra 1 was a B. Algebra 2 was my first year of high school. That was an A. I've gotten an A in math every year since the beginning of freshman year because like
Nice.
like something just switched in my brain.
Like,
I started applying math more.
yeah.
I've seen the applications of it. I've used it. I've like firsthand experience. I just get it. Like the world makes sense to me now.
Michael took the blue pill and now he understands.
And I've
So
started
that's
physics in one of my classes. That's not even physics. It's
nice. I took that
difficult.
last year.
Like free body diagrams is what we're doing.
Oh, I remember those. Those were
Yeah.
fun. That's like the easy part. I love those.
Yeah, I know. Vectors and
Yeah, yeah.
components. Like
Back in the easy days.
yeah, that's I remember that kind of. I have to use it, and I'm working on it because soon we're gonna be building bridges in one of my classes, which
Yeah,
I'm excited about.
that'll be
Um,
fun.
I'm
We
still
did at the
trying to
very end
master
of
all
the
this
year.
physics. I'm
I
working
did a
on it.
very different math like um regimen. I don't know. I have a very different math experience than a lot of people that we know because
Hmm.
when I transferred like from elementary school to where we are now, like this county,
Hmm.
um, they're like, your math doesn't look quite right, so we're gonna put you in the non-advanced one. Good luck. And so
Yeah.
I had to like prove over time that like I was advanced, and then I had to take classes over the summer. So I took geometry in high school instead of most people here taking geometry in middle school.
Hmm.
So I had a very different experience of math up until like about now. We're pretty much equal.
Yeah, like you grinded out algebra 2 over the summer.
I did. I won't even lie. I really did grind. Like I definitely grinded because I didn't want to do it. Is what I'd say. Like if we were open to like 20 different things that were supposed to take us like 2 weeks, I would just do it all in a day, so I wouldn't have to do it the rest of the 2 weeks. Like I would just do
Yeah.
a ton at one time. Is I guess what I mean. I don't think I ever went. I don't think I even went to a single lecture because I didn't want to. I didn't want to waste my time.
Because you
I just
didn't
never
want
went.
to. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
didn't want to
real.
waste.
Like you definitely had everything down. It was just a matter of like just doing the work.
Yeah, it was a lot more work than like actually learning. I think in the class.
But I think because you were cramming it
Not
into
to
like
say that I knew everything,
yeah.
but like I think they had modules along with it. So like even if you didn't really know what you were doing, you could you could just you could figure it out. Like there was step by step stuff.
And I
And
think especially because you were cramming it into like 2.5 months.
yeah, exactly. Um, I feel like I've always been which is really surprising for who I am, actually, because I'm usually a very like let's think everything through when it comes to like making actual decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but when it comes to like learning something like that, I'm very much a let me just do it and do it wrong, and then keep repeating it over and over again until like I understand like what's happening. Um,
So like basically like the idea of insanity,
yeah,
but you know you're actually getting something out of it.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's like how like what I was talking about with the geography maps and stuff like that for like Germany. It's like I didn't look up anything. I just started it. Like I just started one that was like a 96 like map, like a 96 country map. At some point, not countries, but like counties,
Yeah.
and I would just continue to get them wrong until I'd be like, oh yeah, Wurzburg. Okay, I've gotten that wrong enough that I know that it's right there. And now I just know. Like I didn't look up a single one.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
literal
did
trial
trial
by
and error.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Trial by fire until I got it
Hmm.
all. And I just like if I'm able to do that, I usually find that the best.
Yeah, like with pattern recognition, and
Mm-hmm.
like trial and error like that, like the brain learns patterns through trial and error. Like that's
Yeah.
the one of the most efficient ways that it learns.
Yep.
And you know it's incredible that it does that. Like
And
patterns are everything.
and at this point it's so locked into my brain because like even like when you like even when you basically know every single one except for like three, you still have to, especially because of just the way that that program works as well.
Hmm.
um where like I was going for a 100. I'm going for 100 on each one, I should probably say that. But
Yeah.
um so like if I'd be at like at 98% of them all the way done, and then I get one wrong, then I'm like, all right, I'm restarting it. So like I would have it all logged in my brain like many times. So at this point, like some of those different regions, it's not even like I don't even really have to try at this point. Like I just go do it. Like it's just there. Like
Yeah.
it's as simple as just reading like a sentence for me at this point. And I think a lot of things can be like that. Like even if you're someone who's not really great at like English, like I'm not the best at English. English is always my worst subject.
I
But
hate
like if I just
English.
start hammering out like an essay like every week or something, I'm probably gonna get better to the point where it's like now I've gotten so used to writing essays that if someone says like, "Hey, write a 10-page essay," like it's not gonna be that much of a problem.
Yeah, like I can write. I like to think, but I just don't want to. But once you get me
Yeah.
going on it, like I start enjoying it because I start writing. I've started writing like every week. I've tried to write some kind of like paper, whether it's like a research project, a report, or just like an essay on something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like just recently, and I'll share this with you later in case you haven't seen it. I did a
Yeah.
research project. We're going back to Minecraft.
Oh boy.
I did a research project on TNT minecarts and their effects while stationary. I measured depth of the explosion
Interesting.
and diameter of the explosion. I made a whole 6 slide presentation on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I presented it
Oh,
to a couple people and they gave it the okay. So
nice, nice.
yeah.
I think
Uh,
the most like literature kind of thing that I've done in the like recently that where I really didn't have to do it, or it was like an extra kind of project was um I'm not even gonna describe the actual thing, but you know what I'm talking about when I say GCW,
oh
Michael.
yeah. Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
basically, basically, I wrote a whole entire chapter of like I wrote like a basically like an 1,000 word chapter of a book, like an actual book, um, just for this like small random game, basically.
Yeah. Like
But it was
you
fun.
you are
I really like
committed.
writing about. Yeah, I was. I
Hmm.
really like writing about niche things. Like the less important it is, the more fun I have writing about it.
Yeah. Like the more
Um,
fun it is to me.
yeah, exactly. I think like literally the last essay I wrote for school was about how bad our chairs are and why we should have better chairs.
Yeah, and I remember voting in a poll you made for it.
Yeah, it was great. And then the essay that I wrote before that had to do with the school was about why we should have nap time in high school.
I agree. We
And you
need
know
it.
what? And you know what? I somehow because it was the one that was graded by the county, the EOC one.
Hmm.
Um, and I got a 100 on it. I was like, oh my god, even the teachers agree. That's a win.
That's like when you send that up to the school and they agree with you, either they're
Like,
laughing and
oh,
like, this is funny, or they're like, yes, yes, we should do this.
I know. It's like that's what I'm saying. If you guys start seeing like nap times being implemented, I'm gonna tell myself that I had a hand in it.
You were actually the root cause. They shared this with John A. school system,
Yes.
and he said, yes, we will have nap time. But you know, Mason, I think it's time that we cut the heat. It's. I think
Is it no?
we're a little overdone. Not burnt, just a little. We're well done today. Yeah.
Well, Michael, I have just one extra thing to add.
And what is that?
Uh, you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
Yes, Mason. A shrimp fried this rice. Good night, everybody.
Good night.